One of 700 radio show hosts included in the book, Radio Wants You, an intimate portrait of 700 radio shows that welcome guests.
What a loser.
And this is Interviews from the Past and Present, now available on Jiggyjaguar.com.
I was really surprised about that.
All right, we are back here on the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience. Over there at www.jiggyjaguar.com, we've got Diamond Dallas Page on the phone. And DDP, how you doing today, brother?
Brother, I am unstoppable. That's how I look at life. Unstoppable.
I'll tell you, you are just amazing, my friend. Now, we know you from your days in WCW. We know you from I know you from the days of when you were in the AWA and things like that, but we won't go back that far. Now, I do want.
Okay with me, man. I'm all about history, man.
Well, let's. But before we jump into the wrestling related stuff, and I, as they say, mark out. I want to talk to you about what you're currently up to. You got this yoga system that is just amazing. It is helping people across the country and around the world. It is some amazing stuff. I've done some yoga in the past. I've got a friend of mine who does yoga. The guy does yoga every single morning, and your system is just absolutely amazing. Fill me in on it and give me the details on why basically your system is a heck of a lot better than some of the stuff that's out there on the market today.
Well, I wouldn't say anything's a heck of a lot better, but it's completely different. You used the word yoga 3 times. I only call it DDP yoga.
That's
it
right.
Ain't your mama's yoga. You know, because if you go to DDPyoga.com, before you go to DDPyoga.com, I want you to go to any 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 yoga sites on the internet.
Yeah.
And when you get to DDPyoga.com, you tell me if that looks, feels, almost tastes like any other yoga site. It's not, because it isn't yoga. I took some of the yoga positions and mixed it in with old school calisthenics, with rehab. This all comes because the only reason, I didn't finish wrestling and go, you know what, I'm going to develop a workout. It wasn't like that. It was a workout that came out of necessity because, to begin with, like a lot of other people listening to this show, I was a guy for the first 42 years of my life who wouldn't be caught dead doing yoga. Okay, so because I didn't want any of this spiritual mumbo jumbo. Reach your arms to the heavens so the universe smiles back at you. Not my scene. So I didn't really think yoga was a workout completely at all. But my history, and you say you know me all the way back in the AWA days, I started as a manager. I'm the only wrestler who became a world champion who started as a manager, then became a color commentator. 3 years later, entered the ring at 35 years old. So when you start your career at 35 and a half, literally tear your rotator cuff and get fired and come back at 37, that's technically when I started my career. Stone Cold Steve Austin retired at 37.
Yeah.
Mine was just starting. So I have a little bit of knowledge when it comes to holding back the hands of time. So that's what I was doing the whole time, between icing my body, deep muscle massage therapy, chiropractic, applied kinesiology, organic juicing, all things to hold back the hands of time. So when I finally got my shot in 1996, I was 40. That's when my career took off, at 40 years old. 41, 42, which was 97 and 98, I was on top of the world.
Yes, you were, brother.
Wrestlers in the world. So bottom line is, bro, I ruptured my L4 and L5. Now, if anybody knows anything about a vertebrae, it's the one closest to your collarbone, down near your meninges, but it's the center of the universe. You rupture one disc, you're done.
Yeah.
You rupture 2, you're complete.
Yeah, you're gone. You're done.
So Right. So literally, I started doing the rehab. I just signed a 3-year multi-million-dollar deal, and I was doing the rehab, and eventually, like so many guys' wives, I was still married at the time. My wife was saying, "You should try yoga. You should try yoga." I'm like, "I'm not doing that crap. No way. I'm not doing yoga." So I get any guy out there or any female. There's a lot of females. This isn't geared toward just guys. I developed a workout for people who wouldn't be caught dead doing yoga, like me, but wanted to have the amazing benefits that you get out of yoga. Like yoga is, I'm about to break into the MMA world, really big with this. I'm about to break into the overall sports. I'm hooked up with a couple of, right now there are actually, there's 2 companies going back and forth for my services that what they are is big combine camps.
Yeah.
Okay, that put out, top draft picks for football, basketball, baseball, you name it, they do it. And it's 2 of them. I've got the 2 top, because my yoga, DDP yoga, is the only way I ever say it's one word. DDP yoga is different. It not only strengthens your core at a whole different level. It's from your nose to your toes. It dramatically increases your flexibility. But the real thing that makes it completely its own animal is, besides all yoga is zero impact, which is really great on your body. Because remember, I did this when I ruptured my L4 and L5, so I could lift weights. So I had to come up with something that was zero impact. So that's where the yoga and the rehab came involved. But what I developed is a thing called dynamic resistance. And dynamic resistance is sort of like flexing your muscles, engaging your muscles as you move from one position to another, sort of like you're moving through clay. Now, what happens every time you engage a muscle, your heart has to beat faster. Hence, it gets you in the heart fat-burning zone, standing still. So this is what DDP yoga is that makes it so much different. DDP yoga is zero impact on your body, on your joints. Kick-ass cardio. Dramatically increases your flexibility and core strength conditioning. It's the fountain of youth. So I've developed a workout that isn't just for people who are, athletes, which it is definitely a workout for athletes to take you to the next level. And I've got all different levels to come in on. It's for people who are beat up, old athletes that are like 30 or 28 and their bodies hurt them, or 48 and 58, 68. Because there's a different level you can do this at any different point, and you make the workout your own. But it's also for people who are overweight, because I've got people who are 600 pounds doing this workout. Not 600 anymore, because I teach them how to eat. I teach them how to do the workout through all over the internet. And then they apply it and make it part of a lifestyle. Notice I use the word diet. What's the first 3 letters of the word diet?
Die.
Yeah, it don't work. You got to make it a lifestyle change, and that's what. If you go to ddpyoga.com, you'll see. Did you see the disabled veteran that I helped? That was.
Oh yes. I saw that, brother. That's good stuff, man.
Well, that right there. When people say, "Well, of course you can do it," you're a former 3-time world champion. You're in a class by yourself. It's like no. That's one end of the spectrum. The other end of the spectrum is a guy named Arthur Borman, who was a paratrooper. Those paratroopers, they drop 18 feet a second. So think about falling 18 feet a second. You fall off your chair, people have trouble getting back up again. You fall 18 feet a second. Now, you're a kid at the beginning, but they're carrying 50 to 200 pounds on their back when those paratroopers hit the ground, dropping 18 feet a second. After 30 or 40 jumps, they're all screwed up for life, especially when they head into the late 30s and 40s and so forth. But if you've had over 500 jumps like this guy did, he was totally, broken down and beat up and was going to retire. But then he had the first Gulf War. He went. They sent him home permanently disabled. 2 botched knee surgeries. It put him with knee braces strapped around into a back brace, strapped around into wrist braces. He walked on those things for 15 years. He used a car handle, the gear shift, to drive. He was a teacher. Bottom line is, he's 297 pounds. If you go to ddpyoga.com, don't watch anything but else except for that. If you just watch the video of Arthur Borman, because his son documented it. Now, right next to it's Chris Jericho. And everybody knows who Chris Jericho is. Even if they're not a wrestling fan, if they watch Dance with the Stars, they know who Chris Jericho is. If they're in the rock and roll, they know who Chris Jericho is. So if they watch game shows, they know who Chris Jericho is. Chris, they just told him his career was over. That he couldn't wrestle anymore. He's got back pain, blah blah blah. Watch his testimony on the thing. That's only 5 weeks of doing DDP yoga. It ain't your mama's yoga. It's its own animal.
We're talking
that's what I'm doing today. Changing lives on a major level.
I'll tell you, man, it's amazing stuff. We're talking to Diamond Dallas Page. You know him as DDP. Check out ddpyoga.com. It is going to change the way you look at yoga. Now, you mentioned that everybody from all different levels can do this. A guy like Brock Lesnar, who is in the top of his game, going to be fighting this Friday. A guy like that. He's got the best trainers in the world. He's lifting weights. He's hanging and banging in the gym. Can a guy like that benefit from this yoga? Can it kind of DDP yoga? Can it help him basically make a few steps up in his game?
Well, I'll give you another name.
Okay.
No, I'm serious. No, because Brock Lesnar. He's one of the boys, man, and I was the first top guy. He came in and attacked from behind and hit
yes.
WWF. So I consider it an honor to been the first guy that Brock dropped. He's the real deal. And the answer to that question is yes, but I'll give you another guy who just recently I've been in touch with, and I will be doing DDP yoga when he gets back from Japan. I don't know if you ever heard of Josh Barnett.
Yes, indeed.
He's fighting for the Strikeforce Championship in February.
Yes.
Okay? And Josh is, we talked for, an hour on the phone, and we were going to try to get together before Christmas, either that or after he gets back from Japan, because he's a professional wrestler as well.
Yep.
Not just a MMA champion, which he's on his way to just tearing. I think he's at the top of his game right now. But he called me on the way to the airport to say, D, sorry we couldn't get together, before the holidays, but when I get home, I absolutely want to get with you. So, looking at that level. And like I said, the combine camps that I'm talking to, which I'm not at liberty to say who they are right now, but they're the two top in the country.
Yeah.
And they both want me, they want me exclusively. Because what I do, nobody does. Nobody's doing what I'm doing. And you can really get it from the DVDs. But if you're having firsthand where I'm actually taking you through it, of course, it's always a different level for that. So we're in negotiations right now. And once that pops, and the one place has more number one draft picks than in the NFL than any combine camp in America. So that'll tell you the type of people I'm dealing with. And they want, because the biggest thing, the reason why so many guys don't want to do stretching, okay, and a lot of guys, they'll be working out and they got to get their cardio in, so this is just your regular athlete, okay, guy who's still, your guy who plays flag football or softball or basketball league or whatever. Nobody really likes to stretch. A lot of guys are into lifting weights, and over that period, I don't lift weights, I don't run, I don't do anything but DDP yoga. It's the only workout. It's the only workout that gives you the 3 tenets of fitness. And to really understand what that is there's strength, there's cardio, and there's flexibility. Strength, we all know if you hit the gym and you hit the weights, you're going to build some muscle mass. You're going to build some bone density. You're going to get strong. Will you get any cardio with that?
Not really.
Will you?
You
Not
would
really.
Not really. I know there's a lot of people that say if you lift weights a certain way, if you slow the rest period and all that. But no,
I'm talking about people who are lifting superset.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the meatheads of the world who go in and throw as much as they can on the bench, and, try to get those 2 or 3 reps out, okay?
Exactly.
Zero cardio, and flexibility goes the other way.
Yeah.
And it shortens your tendon. The next thing is cardiovascular. Awesome for your heart. You get a cardiovascular workout. If you're on a bike, that's zero impact, better for you than running because there's no pounding on your joints. But if you're running, which 90% of people, I would say 95, about 75% of the people who do cardio, more that are more run, and all the pounding on your hips, ankles, knees, there's only so many pounds you have that you can run on cement. And at some point in time, it will start to take effect on you. It's called major impact, just like weightlifting. Again, no upper body strength at all involved in any kind of cardiovascular. You definitely will build some strength in your legs and you'll get your cardio going. So you get 1.5 fitness dependent. You get 1.5 of the 3. Then there's yoga. And most yoga, if you're putting in, I'm not talking about a class at the hot yoga room where the heat will take your heart rate up alone.
Yeah.
But if you're home doing a DVD, working out, you're not going to get any cardio. You're going to get flexible, but you're not really going to get that strong except for the lower part of your body. There's really no upper body unless you're doing Ashtanga, which 1.1 of 1% actually does that workout, which is it's its own animal. So you get flexibility and you build some lower strength. Again, about 1.5 times. I have 3. For DDP yoga, you get kick-ass cardio because your heart rate, you can take it to any level you want it because of the body-on-body and the dynamic resistance and the isometrics that we do in the workout. So you get zero impact, kick-ass cardio. You will increase your flexibility dramatically. Again, go to ddpyoga.com and look at the transformation, and you will build a core strength like you have never had. I'm 55 right now, and I just put a video up, and I'm probably going to put it on the front page of DDP Yoga as well. It's like, how did I overcome all my injuries? And we show all the injuries from the 2 torn rotator cuff tears that I have. I tore my meniscus in my left knee twice. I tore my cartilage, my ACL, and my meniscus in my right knee. I ruptured my L4 and L5 in my lower back and my neck. My number 3 cervical and 4 cervical have fused together almost on their own. There's been no surgery. And the 5 and 6 are on their way to fusing because of all the wear and tear I put on my body. I will show you what my neck looks like and what a normal neck looks like. And then I show you all bumps in between this. And then I show you what I'm doing with my DDP Yoga, which is my YRG fitness system, and my DDP Extreme. And when you see the workout, how I do it, and what I do it, what level I do it, the stuff that I'm doing today at 55 years young. Do you know what superhero push-ups are?
I've done them a few times. They're not pretty. At least when I do them, they're not pretty.
You could actually reach your arms all the way out in front of you, your feet all the way back, and lower your body 1 inch off the ground with your arms all the way out in front of you, and lift yourself up 4 inches, and then lower to an inch, and lift yourself up again. You've done that?
I've done that a couple times. It was a few years ago, but yeah, they're
an amazing condition to do that.
Yeah,
amazing condition to do. I don't know many high-end athletes.
Yeah, well, I only was able to do like 1. So, and this was way back in the day, my friend. I wouldn't be able to pull that off now.
Well, the bottom line is I have several different workouts up there. There's one area that's for everybody, and that's my YRG Pack 1, my YRG Pack 2, or you get it as a combo pack. And that is for, like Arthur, the disabled veteran. He's doing the workouts with you in 2 of the 10 DVDs. And he's doing it at the most challenging position. You can go to ddpyoga.com and pull up the workouts and see a trailer for each workout. So you can see there's always someone modifying. I mean, I wanted someone like Arthur to be able to do it. Arthur uses a chair to help him get up and down. So I make it so simplistic on one end of the spectrum, but on the other end of the spectrum, it will be the most challenging thing you've ever done. So you make it your own. Even Jericho talks about that. We just did a thing on DDP TV, not TV, DDP TV, DDP radio, which I'm doing tonight 9 o'clock on East Coast time. If you go to DiamondDallasPage.com, it's all there, or DDPRadio.com at 9 o'clock. I'll be doing a show on that tonight. And I talk about, different things from whether it's foods, or inspiration or different athletes. Like I had Perry Saturn on last week, and the week before that I had Chris Jericho. And Chris had mentioned that I constantly say, make the workout your own. Don't look at the person next to you or what the person's doing on TV and try to compete with that person. Compete with yourself, and do it at your own level so you don't hurt yourself. I want people to grow and get more flexible, because when you're flexible, the odds of you getting hurt are way less. One thing that's a fable, people say, well, her hip broke or his hip broke, and they fell down and broke their hip. And that's not right. Really what happens is their hip breaks because it's so brittle, and then they fall down.
Yeah.
So then they have to get a whole new hip put in there. So I'm never going to need any hips. As much as I beat up my body, knees, I might need new knees somewhere down the line. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure of that. But the hip joints and my socket and what I do with my workout, because it's a total body workout, I'm in the best shape of my life. I literally have gone. If you watch the extreme workout, which is, I'm not telling people to buy that because you can't do it. It's the elite athletes. But if you go down past my level 1 and level 2 down to my extreme, you can see in the highlight reel what I'm doing, and it'll blow your mind. What I'm able to do at 55 years young.
Well, I'll tell you, it's an amazing process. We got Diamond Dallas Page on the line talking about the most complete fitness system on the face of this earth, DDP Yoga. You can check it out online, ddpyoga.com. And Dallas, tell us about the system itself, and just some of the different levels and what you did in the research and everything to put all these different levels together and everything, because I've looked at it. It's an extensive process, and you've spent some time on it, my friend.
Well, it's been over years. It's been 12 years in the making.
Yeah. And,
I deal with the best nutritionists on the planet. I've learned, for my eating plans, level 1's strictly just food, calories in, calories out. Level 2 gets a little more expensive. I talk about wheat and dairy, and I know what, a lot of people have allergies and have their body doesn't know how to process, wheat. That's why a lot of people have that roll around their stomach that gets bigger and bigger, and that's the only part of their body. There's a really good chance you've got some kind of, allergy of some sort to wheat or dairy, whatever. So I teach them about that in there. I teach them about food combining, how not to mix a protein with a carb. And this is all about people living at a different level who want to lose that weight that they've never been able to lose. On one end. On the other end, it's for the athlete, male or female, that's beat up. That can't do the kinds of workouts. So I break down my workouts, and there's 10 workouts with my combo pack, and there's a tutorial which I call the Diamond Dozen, where I'm your personal trainer. I literally show you how to do the moves, break them down to every little piece of it, and then I say, okay, you do it with me. Then I tell you what we just did. Then I have the program guide that gets into all of the different eating plans, because I want you to pick the one that works for you. Because all of them are good and all of them will work, depending on you making it part of your lifestyle as opposed to making a diet. I also get into talking about how to set goals, and I use my whole system that I call SMAC, which is all based around, as an acronym, SMAC, and I'll do this slowly, sometimes I say it too fast. SMAC stands for specific. If you're going to set a goal, it's not, I'd like to lose some weight. I'd like to get healthy. There's nothing specific about that. I'd like to lose 40 pounds or 50 pounds, or I'd like to get more flexible, much more flexible than I am because I can't touch my toes. Whatever it is, you got to be specific. The M is for measurable. Over what period of time? The A is for achievable. It's got to be achievable. If someone's saying they want to lose 50 pounds and they want to do it in a month, that's really not achievable. But the most important one is specific, measurable, achievable. Is the C word is compatible. It's got to be compatible to your lifestyle. Whatever and I get into examples and everything on this. And the last one, K, is keep it going. It becomes part of your ritual. It takes 30 days to create a habit. I teach you that. It takes 12 times of tasting something that's healthier for you than what you're eating or drinking now. That actually tastes way better. You just got to get the garbage out of your mouth to begin with. I tell people, a lot of people about, I drink I said, do you drink, and I use Coke as the example because it's easier than Pepsi, but it's all the same. It should say causes cancer on that bottle. It really should. But, to us, in our country, Coca-Cola is Santa Claus. They got the greatest marketing, scheme in the world, and with all the lobbyists and stuff that we have in today, they're never going to be but they do just as much damage to you in the long run if you're one of those people who drinks 3, 4, 5 Cokes a day. If you're drinking them at all, you realize that if you take Coke and you pour it on battery terminals, it'll break up the battery acid on a terminal. You understand that, right?
Oh yeah, and I've seen it done many times, and yeah, you're completely correct, man. This stuff is not healthy, and you're getting people on the right track with DDP Yoga. If you want to get more information, it's ddpyoga.com. This ain't your mama's yoga. I'll tell you that right now. Diamond Dallas Page is with us today talking about the all-in-one cardio strength flexibility program that includes a nutrition plan, online community. It's going to get you in the best shape of your life, and just don't listen to him. Listen to all the people that have done this system, and from top athletes to top professional wrestlers to the top military people. As he mentioned earlier, he's got combines fighting over his services right now. And DDP, where do you think 2012 is going to take you with this incredible system you've created, my friend?
I think I've finally built the really proper foundation to now build something that I think is going to be a household name in the next 3 years. It might. People. I know I was one of those guys who wouldn't be caught dead doing yoga. This isn't that workout. DDP yoga is its own animal. It eliminates all of the spiritual mumbo jumbo that comes with yoga. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because there's plenty of my friends who really dig that, and that's cool. But that never really worked for me, and it doesn't work for a lot of people. And yoga gets stuffed into a box, and I just want to let people know. And that's why when you go to ddpyoga.com, the first thing you see is an animation of a wall, and a thundering, rock and roll beat comes through, and it rips up the wall, and when the dust clears, it says DDP, and then, bam, yoga comes slammed up right next to the DDP. You wait a pregnant pause, and then I punch my fist through the O, and then we come stamping down, bam, it ain't your mama's yoga in 10 seconds. Like, if you're like a yogi who's very into namaste and we're looking for that breathe to the heavens so the universe falls back at you, this is not your workout. This is not your site. But if you're a person who loves to work out or has been looking for something that they can do because the other stuff is way too hard. Example, 2 great workouts that are selling out the ears right now are P90X and Insanity. But both of those workouts are just that.
They're just workouts.
All high impact at a different level.
Yeah.
All of them. They're psycho workouts, and they're great workouts, for people who can do those workouts. I'm not putting them down by any means. But the one thing that sort of blew my mind, Tony Horton, who would be the Hulk Hogan of workout. Had a yoga workout on there too, along with his 10 DVDs. He has one or two of them. They're 90 minutes long.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? 90 minutes? You're going to have a guy who's never done yoga before do 90 minutes the first time? My first workout's 25 minutes. My second workout's 25. Then I'm going to build you to 30. Then I'm going to build you to 50. Then you have another one that's 12. I've got another one that's 30. Another one that's 40. Now you can mix these together as you build your endurance, but you sure as hell don't start out with a 90-minute workout.
Yeah, you don't jump in there, brother, like that. And that's the thing that, like, with when I was working out real heavily back in the day, there was a lot of people that they would sign up for gym memberships, or they would go out and buy the DVDs, or they'd buy fitness equipment, and they would just go balls to the wall bonkers. And then they'd get up the next day and they're sore and they don't want to do it anymore, and then they're done. And I've always said moderation, start slow. So yeah, I like that idea, man, of having 20 to 25 minute workout, man. That's great stuff.
And people ask, well, how much do I have to do? And I'll say, what do you want? Like that guy Arthur Borman, the disabled veteran?
Yeah.
He wanted to walk again. So it's like that's a whole nother goal for a guy who hadn't been able to walk without two canes and knee braces that's strapped into a back brace for 15 years. That's a monster goal. So when we started, you mentioned the community, which is really amazing to me. The community that I've been fortunate enough to be a part of, and it's Team DDP Yoga.
Yep.
It's TeamDDPYoga.com, and everything's at DiamondDallasPage.com. So if I've already thrown too much stuff at you, everything is at DiamondDallasPage.com. Just so you know, you click that, it'll take you right to it. But Team DDP Yoga, there's a group of people there. It's over almost 1,500 strong right now, and there's 300 minimum that are active. And there's 5, 10, 12 people will come on and welcome you coming in, because these are people that I've worked with specifically because I saw them. A best example is a woman named Stacy Morris. She was 345 pounds. I had helped Carney Wilson a couple years ago. I helped her lose like 60 pounds in 6 months. She really wanted to get her life. Then she got pregnant. Of course, she put all the weight back on, and blah blah blah. That's the cycle of life. But as you're an older woman or man, and you keep putting all that weight back on, way harder to get off. So long story short, this woman saw Carney on Oprah, and at one point, Carney said, "Dallas is my fitness guru. He helps me. He challenges me. Blah blah blah." And she looked me up. She found the site. She went to Team DDP Yoga. She signed up. She met a woman named Terry, who's the first woman I'd ever worked with before. And it was she's my massage therapist. She's an RN. She was 60-something pounds overweight. At 6 months from 50, she finally turned her lifestyle along. She's the first person I ever, before there was DDP Yoga, it was what I was calling yoga for normal people. And what happened is I just started helping her do some things. She was there in the embryonic stages, but she changed so much between 6 months from 50 and 50. It was amazing. But you always hear about 60 days later, 90 days later. Where are you 6 months later? Where are you 6 years later? Well, I'll tell you where this woman is 10 years later. She looks, at 60, she looks amazing. Amazing, because she lives a lifestyle. And she stayed, she holds back to have time as good as anybody I've ever seen. Matter of fact, she's going to be on DDPRadio.com tonight. I want to be talking to her. She'll be on the whole show. I'll be on first at 9 o'clock East Coast time. I'll be talking to her because she is the gluten and dairy-free person that got me to really understand how much getting that out of your body will do for you. And that was really an amazing trail. And I don't push people to do that, but I want them to know. You have so many choices. We were talking about Coca-Cola before, and I don't want to mix this. It's sort of funny, but it's sort of true. And I see people drinking Diet Coke. I see, I'd rather see you drink regular Coke than Diet Coke because of all the chemicals that are in it.
Oh, yeah, brother. I hear you on that.
But I'd rather see you snort Coke than drink Coke.
Well, there is that, too.
I'm kidding about that. But that DDP on teamddpyoga.com, that community, that woman, Stacy, found Terry, and they started talking. And over a 2-month period, she's 30 pounds. And Terry sent me one of her emails. Because when I see someone working on that site, when I see someone showing, that they really want it and they're willing to put the work in, I pick up the. So Terry sends me her number. We got on the phone. We talked. She couldn't believe that I actually would do that, but I do it all the time. When I see people on teamddpyoga.com, and I see them actually working at it, they need help, they need advice. It's the reason why I do that show, DDP Radio, because you talk about all the, you talk to one person about their problems, you may solve 10, you may solve 100 people's problems. Not solve them, but at least head them in the right direction, Yeah. But that community there, it's the best damn support group on the planet. The people there actually really care. And that's, when you said the community, that's one of the biggest, again, it costs nothing. It all comes part of the program, so, and I've made it so it's economical. I made it so you can break it down and do payments. I'm not trying to, make $1 billion doing this thing. I'm just trying to make a living and show people can't find anywhere else but DDPyoga.com.
Well, it's an amazing journey, and I've enjoyed chatting with you today about the yoga system, brother, and we definitely want to have you come on in January at some point when you have a break to chat some old war stories from the world of professional wrestling, and give us an update. Give us an update on the yoga system, my friend. I do know that my co-host cousin Chris from the radio show, the wrestling radio show, is really excited to chat with you. So I'm hoping we can get you on in January, and good luck through the new year. And I appreciate you making time for us today, brother.
Hey Ben, it's been your pleasure.
I love it. DDP, thanks for doing this, brother. And I will be in touch with you on email and on the Twitter, and we'll chat. And have yourself a Happy New Year, sir.
Hey, Happy New Year to you too, buddy.
Definitely. Talk to you soon, man. Later. DDP on, yes, indeed, the world-famous Jiggyjaguar show. We love DDP. Big fan of Diamond Dallas Page. And we're going to have DDP on Running the Ropes, the old RTR program in January, and we might open that up to live and let you people call in. That should be amazing. We've got more when we get back here on our world famous Jiggyjaguar show. Follow us on Twitter. Also check out ddpyoga.com. That's ddpyoga.com.
There's something very, very wrong with us.
I feel like such an idiot. Quite right, so you should.
We're mutants.
Oh, ungrateful, eh?
Find out more at jiggyjaguar.com.